Hi crafters, this is Crafty Sabby and I'm here today to share yet another haul. My husband and I went out this morning actually, and we're out just to do a little shopping and to do a few things, and I had no intentions of stopping anywhere. And so we're just headed down the road, and about 10 minutes from my house there's a church. I saw a sign for that they were having a sale there today. So I don't know about you guys, but church sales are the best. So they usually are run by, no offense to anybody, but usually an older group of people, and I think they're the ones that have the best stuff. So, so there's a tip for you guys. I know I've been getting a lot of comments saying that, you know, certain places where you guys live, you're not able to get out to, or there aren't a lot of garage sales or thrift shops or rummage shops or whatever you guys call them in your areas. And I feel bad for that because I get a lot of good stuff from these kind of sales, and relatively inexpensively as well. So I'm sorry for you guys that don't have that. But you guys can also tell me if you get sick of seeing these videos too on this stuff. But the reason I do it is because sometimes I used to go to garage sales for a whole different reason. And now that I have, you know, something that I enjoy doing, I have something to look for as well. So I kind of opened up my way of thinking in terms of what I'm looking for, and you'd be surprised. You actually can find it. Like, I would never have looked at linens and things like that before, really. But now that I have a purpose for them, they seem to be there. Linens and doilies and, you know, vintage things, old papers. People are always getting rid of stuff like that. So that's just my little tip. But if you guys don't want to see this stuff, you know, just let me know. I don't want to overdo it with these videos either, but I'm so excited when I find this kind of stuff, and sort of opens up some ideas for you guys too. So with that being said, the first bunch of stuff, and it's a lot. I just hit the jackpot. We were actually on our way out. I didn't find anything at the church sale, and then just as we were leaving, my husband, you know, my husband's got this eye for my crafty stuff, kind of looked over to his right-hand side just while we were walking out the door, and says to me, "That entire table is full of craft stuff." And I'm like, "It is not." So I spent the next 10 minutes rummaging through everything, and everything I'm about to show you I got for $6. Count them, 6. I know. I can't believe it. So I'll start with the binder. And I'm not too sure what I'm going to do with this yet, but there were 2 of these binders. I'm kind of kicking myself for not getting the second one, but I wasn't really sure what I was going to do with it. So I don't know. I've heard of American Pastimes before, and I believe what it looks like to me is someone actually ordered these to their home, and every month maybe got a different pattern or something of that nature. So inside this little envelope came, well, there's thread, and I'm just guessing that they were going to use it for this. But this happens to be instructions for a Lillian bear, and I believe it's a little pig, a little pig. And but anyway, I won't make the pig, but there's pieces of fabric in there and some lace and the pattern, and the instructions are really cute too. So, and then there were just a few. So this one's got pink, some lace in there. So they were all parts for making this little pig. And I don't know if there's anything missing. There's a really cute piece of fabric in there too. But my husband thought it would be a good idea to get this, so I did. And then, excuse me, I'm getting over a sinus thing. And then this whole entire album is filled with patterns, and they're so thick too. There's lots of pages. lots and lots of patterns. I don't suspect, I mean, they're all yellowed and sort of old, but I don't suspect that they're vintage in any way. I can't be sure. I haven't looked for any dates or anything. I just was so excited to show you guys this stuff. I was like out of my skin. Oh, 1989. Vintage to some. But yeah. So I don't know what I'll do with them yet, but I don't know. I was glad I got it. So that was part of my $6 purchase. So like I said, there was another binder, but I don't know. So then the next thing I got was these 2 boxes. And inside the first box is, I really cleaned stuff up, and because I threw away some things I know I couldn't use, and so I just kind of cleaned it up a little bit. Anyway, so lots of packages of stuff for sewing, and the kicker is in the other box. It's all seam binding, and I could hardly contain myself at that sale. A guy who was selling the stuff for his wife thought I was insane, I'm pretty sure. But anyways, so some, rickrack or green there. And then there's just lots of this bias tape. And so different widths. This one's relatively wide in the yellow and red. I haven't really found anything to do with bias tape yet, and I have I have some more of it. But I don't know. Let me know if you guys know what we could do with some bias tape. And there's just some elastic in there, some Velcro. I was looking for one of these because I always stab myself with a needle. And the itty bittiest little wreath you ever saw. Some little black, I don't know what those are. And then little container of, I like to call these, you know, the things for your bra. At the little clasp. Yeah, so there's a whole little box of those. So not too exciting in this box, but nonetheless, it was all together in one box, so I just separated it out. So that's the bias tape. And then look, this is all seam binding. Every color. I have orange. And all widths too. Orange. Can you believe it? Red. Burgundies. Sorry about the glare. Burgundy, almost like a brown. There. And then we have green. Sorry about the glare, I couldn't take all of these out of the package. Turquoise. And then into the blues. Isn't that pretty? And dark blue. There. I don't have to show you. Oops. The wreath is just stuck to me. Okay, and then purples. And then a whole bunch of pink, all shades of pink there. There's some beige in there, and then gray. So that's all the seam binding. I'm so happy, oh my goodness. And then there's a bunch of laces. There's some orange and pink and green, blue and purple, some orange, and then these last are twill tape. Oh, and that's more biased. Oh, I didn't really realize that's all bias tape there, but some twill tape as well. So yeah, I was happy to find those. So that was the second thing I got there. And then just now, wait. Oh, I got this, before we get into that, I found an astrology book. I don't know, everything has a glare on it tonight. I just thought the numbers and just the different things were neat. I could probably just take pages out and use them in the journals. So that might be a good idea. I think that was $1. And then I got this enormous box. It's enormous shoebox. And I'll show you what was all inside. So, I got lots of odds and ends. This is like all shiny and gold and silver. So just lots of ends of stuff. So pretty. This is pretty too. There. Some silver stuff. Super glittery. So yeah, that was just like a little bag of odds and ends of the shiny gold and silver stuff. So that's that. And then I got all of these are in bags, pieces of lace. So really pretty. I don't know how old any of these are, but old or not, lace is always welcome in my stash. Just a little bit there with some gold trim. I don't want to waste too much of your time opening all this. I should have planned ahead. And there's some like this. Really, really pretty. There's just some more there. It's a little bit wider. And this one is really wide. So it's about like this. Some more. Oh, I'm pretty much set for lace for a while. Some cream colored stuff. I love these beige colored ones. Super pretty. So I think the other reason why I got this, you know, fairly cheaply was because the man was selling. I'd hate to say it, but I guess it was the lady's husband and he was in charge of it. So he had no clue. He just knew I was happy and he's like, is $5 too much or $6? I'm like, oh, no. As I'm getting my wallet, my husband's like, oh. So I hardly wanted to go shopping anymore. I just wanted to go home and look at all of this stuff and then show you guys. This is just kind of odds and ends, some wide lace. I thought this one was really pretty. Some lace with glitter. Look at that. Kind of neat, eh? They look like palm trees almost, or bells maybe, with a, who knows. Anyway, I thought that was neat. And this one has a little bit of pink fabric behind it. And then there were these, and these are just kind of cut into pieces. So all about this length. So I don't know if somebody went through the trouble of cutting it up or for something, but I could use the edges of, you know, the pages in your book. So they're probably just the right length anyways. So pretty. So there's all those. And then this was all in a bag. It's just green lace. There's a lot there. Pretty. Then enormous, this was all like in a massive, I don't know what you want to call it, in a bag. So I unraveled it all and tried to straighten it up a bit, but green with some gold on it. So there's a lot of that. Don't see how I'll ever get through that one. And then this is almost like a knit, or maybe a, like, it's got nice stitching on there. So there's a bit of that. It's different. And then I got this. Is pretty. Nice gold. Little thin trim. We could always use something like that. One lonely little tassel. And then a spool of this. This is super cute. Small. Like that. And then this. Whole entire roll of that one. And just some ribbon there. And then this one. And this one. I told you it's a lot, isn't it? I've just been so lucky with this stuff. I'm so grateful. And pink. I don't have very much pink stuff, and I was glad to find it. It's a little stiff, so I don't know. You guys tell me, what do you... I guess I could wash it, like at least maybe wet it, and just... How do you get that stiffness out of there? Because it's just like it's just like a... I don't know. So let me know. I'm gonna just wash it or something, but you guys let me know what you do with that stuff. And then my husband couldn't, he's like, just put this in the box, because he's like, they're so cute. So I don't know, these little teeny tiny hats, aren't they adorable? I got 8 of them. Like, they just fit, they're teeny tiny. So I do usually one winter craft sale. So I was thinking I can use those for something, but they're adorable. So he threw those in my box there. And yeah, so all of that stuff, all of those laces I got, and the book and the binder, I got for $6. I know, Canadian. So, yeah, I was dying to show you guys that stuff. And one last thing that I got. Oh, and then, so we got to where we were going. We did a few things in our little town. And they were having another, it's all for charity. This was the church, it was for the church, and then they were, the other place was doing something for charity, and when it's like that, you don't really mind. So anyways, so they had some, I noticed this little bin of fabrics and stuff, so I purchased this bag with all of these things for $2. So I got, they're just ends of fabric. There was actually a pair of, like a curtain set, and a lady was buying the curtains, and I guess the rest of the material was left there, and I couldn't resist because I thought some books made with these, the covers would be beautiful, but so these are some fabrics that I got anyways. Cute. And I really like this one too. And it's quite a lot too. It's a lot. Good pieces. And this one's super cute too. And this one is my favorite. Love it. And there's quite a bit of that one too. Really pretty. And then there's just some green, and it's a nice green too. And then there was a little piece of this. I thought it would be cute too. It's a little bit of satin here, and feels like almost like corduroy, but not really. Some shiny on there. So really cute little piece of that. And then this is what those curtains were made out of. But isn't that beautiful? Anything with black on, I love anything with black on it. So a really nice piece of fabric there. Yeah, so I got all of those for $2. And I was quite happy with that. And I just wanted to show you something. Just kind of these fabrics sort of reminded me of something. A couple weeks back I was at Dollarama. For those of you who are here in Canada, you'll know Dollarama. And but for those of you who don't know, it's sort of our dollar store that we have here. Not sort of, it is our dollar store. And so I was just there the other day, and I found these sort of printed fabric pieces. They don't get too much. I don't know. So that's how much you get right there. And it's polyester. And they had only a few prints, but I thought the prints were really cute. You know, for making little snippets and bits, and, you know, for paper clips and such, you can cut them and sew them and put lace over them. But I thought I got a few patterns here that I thought were really cute. And that's just a stripe. But what I wanted to show you was, ironically enough, that they kind of remind me of what I got here. So, yeah. So yeah, I'll do something with these too. They're also a little stiff, so I probably should wash them up. But anyway, so yeah, so that's what I found. I didn't spend very much, so a total of $8 today on all of that. And so my point is if you can get out there to get to some garage sales or support your, you know, your community, or even those church garage sales that they have sometimes are the best. So, you know, to get out there and to find stuff like this for, you know, little money is great to support your craft or habit. I'm not too sure. But either or, it's a good way. So, like I said, think outside of the box, look at stuff with a different perspective, and see if it's something that you can make work, whether, you know, you're going to coffee stain it or tea dye it, or, you know, turn it into something that you can find useful for what it is that we do. And that's it, you guys. So I hope you enjoyed this little haul, and we will talk to you all real soon. I hope you guys are all doing well, and thank you so much for supporting me. Take care, guys. Bye-bye.